I just want to ask, anyone here watch telly? Like telly with adverts? Telly? Yes. Yeah, fucking old, right? So I had the TV just on Monday in the background the other day, and I'm sat doing something completely different. And if you don't watch TV with adverts at the minute, by the way, then lucky you, because what it did for me is cause like this existential crisis. Because I wasn't paying attention, and suddenly I just heard this booming voice say, "Are you still using your hands to put on your shoes?" And in a split second, my mind went, fuck, shit, what's everyone else doing? Fuck, have I missed it? Is this like the time when I thought the internet wasn't going to take off, and I'm like stuck behind, and everyone else is now doing something else to put their fucking shoes on? Quickly realised it wasn't, it was a Skechers ad. Skechers slip-ons, if anyone's interested. I can't afford them myself. Observant people will notice. Little fucking trainers. And any of you think that I wore this for a joke, because they're really like bright and white? No. Second pair. These are for best. So, yeah, my name's Anna. Actually, my name, like if you want to use it all, is Anna Louisa. It's quite a pretty name, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Not what it fucking says on the tin. I think my voice there as well as, but I think my name is a bit like Susan Boyle's voice. It's one of those things, isn't it? Like you hear the voice and you see that Anna Louisa, and then you see the person it belongs to, you're like, oh. I know, right? So I nearly wasn't an Anna Louisa, I nearly was an Amy. Not an A-M-Y Amy. Mummykins wanted to be different. Wanted me to stand out, I was going to be an A-I-M-E-E Amy, because it's so fucking different, Mum. She wanted it to sound French, it doesn't, just sounds the fucking same. Just makes me spell it for the rest of my fucking life. Any Amy's here, by the way, because this will be shit. Any Amy's? Good, because they're all fucking slags. As Amy walks in from the bar. Slag. So I was very nearly an Amy, and the reason I'm not an Amy is because my mum had a tragic labour. 36 fucking hours. 36 hours. Her poor vagina was looking like a deflated Swiss ball at the end. So why is my name not Amy, I hear you cry? Because my inept father decided at the very last minute, despite them having, discussed the name for the past 7 months, decided to change it at the last minute. Because when I was born blue. And they rushed me off to a hospital, so with a valve in the heart, who cares? Off I go to a specialist hospital, and my mum was given a Polaroid photograph of me and put onto a gurney, and this is 1970s, late end, and just shoved into a fucking ward full of women who've just had their brand new babies, all screaming around them. Mummykins is sat there looking at a fucking picture of a Smurf, crying her fucking eyes out. I know, yeah. Don't feel sorry for her. No, in fact, really sorry for her, because this is what it ends up being. So Mummykins is there crying on the fucking gurney. My dad, the devout Catholic that he is, had to go off and do the paperwork. And the paperwork and the blessing and the splashing and the praying and all that shit. So the way I see it, when I picture it, for some reason, I've got my dad like skipping off up the corridor towards the birth certificate like hatch with the priest, like holding hands maybe, I don't know. So they go up, bless, and he gets there, and this minute and a half journey it's taken him to get off a fucking corridor. He's decided, no, I'm going to call her Anna. So he goes back to the bed of Mummykins crying into the Polaroid Smurf photo, and she says, oh, Philip, has she gone off? And all that. Yeah. Can I have a look at the birth certificate? I just want to see everything's been filled out properly. And my dad goes, yeah, about that. Wasn't too fussed on the Amy, if I'm honest, Sue. Like, I'm not really feeling it. Like the double E thing, I'm not into double dropping as well. It was just to bring it back and forth. I'm just gonna I just changed it. She's not gonna be here anyway. I think internally he was saying. So fuck it, I changed her name. I called her Anna, and my mum went, oh, but Philip, we've been married for like 7 years now. 7 months we've been talking about names. Not once have you mentioned Anna. We've been talking multiple things. Claire, Louise, if you're of an era, these are the names that were available. Sarah drops in there. And so he says, no, I decided to call her Anna. And my mum's like, oh, why have you never talked about it? Where did this come from? And my fucking cunt of a father turns around and says, well, it was the name of one of my ex-girlfriends. Mummykins didn't tell me this story until about 10 years ago. 36 fucking years she waited. How nice is she? What fucking life would I have been if I'd have grown up knowing that information? Like, what a fucking prat. I had to go and see him every other weekend. I don't think it would have been the same experience. So she was really nice. She waited a long time to tell me. And I think she felt at the time, well, you know, you're successful. 10 years ago, not now. You're successful, you've got a house, you've got a job, you've got a dog, you've got a partner. You can have this information now because you are the beautiful woman you are, and you can own your name because you are Anna. Unfortunately, I lost the house, the girlfriend dumped me, the dog is dead. This is 10 years later, and this is what the fuck has happened. So, I'm not sure now she's thinking it was such a good fucking movie. So yeah, that was it. That was the story of my name, my dad being enough twat. I think that memory now of that decision he made is probably a little bit regretful, probably. He doesn't behave like it, because of course he's a white man who just thinks he's great. But he had to live with it. He had to live with every time he saw me and every weekend him reminded of what a fucking brat he is, right? I think nowadays I'm just glad that we have something, you know, in terms of whether you call it fate, whether you call it karma, whether you call it fucking comeuppance, whatever it might be. Because my dad's still a devout Catholic and still hanging out with priests. Of course he does. And he is an utter dick, obviously. Mummykins, 36 years she waited to tell me this awful story. And my dad, it was what, a split-second decision, right? A minute and a half, walking up the fucking corridor and just going, do what I want. That minute and a half that my mummykins assures me was the amount of time it took him to fucking put me in there in the first place. So, fate, karma, comeuppance, whatever you want. The devout little man as he is on a Sunday down at church and doing all these things. And every time he sees me, not only is he reminded of what a dick he is, he has to then live with the fact that I grew up to be a massive, rug-munching fucking refugee from the Isle of Lesbos. And I tell you what, all the praying and all the smashing in the fucking world is never going to make that change. Thanks very much.